Hi everyone, and thank you Scott for joining us and for your second interview today.
So
in a
apologies for anyone who was in the earlier track. I might repeat a few things, but...
but I assume it will be relevant for everybody else. So we were just talking off stage about your industry, and a lot of other industries are being disrupted. The digital revolution is creating and reshaping, creating problems and reshaping industries' ecosystems. How are you preparing your students, i.e. our future workforce, with both the necessary technical and business skills to survive?
Yeah. So we know that when students come through the door of a university, we've got to be thinking 5 years ahead. We've got to be thinking about what their future will be in 5 years' time and give them really some lifelong learning skills. The technology changes so quickly, so what we teach technology-wise in first year is pretty much going to be out of date by third year. That's a given. We as a university have to keep up with that technology. We have to train our own staff to keep up with that technology and ensure that students really are very comfortable with that technology, but then can use those skills, transfer those skills into other platforms or other areas within their work life. And there are traits that obviously most universities try to develop within their graduates. We certainly have a strong technology base. We are a university of technology. But we want students to really have good problem-solving skills, good communication skills, good teamwork skills, feel comfortable with ambiguity, feel comfortable when situations are not always certain, because they're not. There isn't always a very clear pathway from day one of a university to a job. And we've also thought about that from a curriculum point of view by offering very flexible programs so that students, most students have a broad idea what they want to do. They want to work in business, or they want to work in media or design. But then as they progress through, particularly an undergraduate degree, they begin to realize, actually, I need to combine this with something over here. So we offer a very flexible majors and minors system where you can come in with a Bachelor of Media Communications. You can do what's called a major in digital advertising technology, which is using Adobe's Marketing Cloud. And you can combine that with a double major in design, advertising. You could do a minor in data science. So it's really working across those traditional disciplinary boundaries. And of course, students need to be comfortable with that because we all work in a multidisciplinary team. Within your team, you may have business people and IT people and marketing people. You've all got to work together. You've all got to share the same language. And that's always a challenge in any organization. But you want graduates who feel comfortable working with other disciplines and working across the boundaries. So.
Absolutely. Gone are the days of the engineer in the corner. So that's quite contextual. You're offering students an opportunity that is contextual to them. Yeah. And I can't wait to see these graduates in 2 years' time. That'll be fantastic, and we'll take quite a few of them at IX. That'd be great. In terms of teaching them some of the concepts around marketing to the people you know, which is one of the themes of our symposium today, what are some of the methods that you are teaching them to help them understand getting to know the customer?
I mean, within the various sort of majors we have, of course, we do have within a business school traditional marketing. There'll be traditional understandings of market segmentation and personas and those sorts of things. But there is a sense that all of this is merging and converging and being completely thrown out the window.
Yeah.
The traditional categories of market segments are really just thrown completely open, I think, in today's world. And this is where we come back to dealing with ambiguity again. I'm sure most CEOs are desperate to know who their customers are, and they want to know and then be able to target them.
Definitely.
Of course, today we're very much driven in a data-driven world. And Adobe obviously is a very powerful tool to enable to analyze some of that data and those user preferences, if you like. But it's trying to understand and analyze that data that really is the trick.
Yep.
I mean, I originally come from a design background, and there's always an element of creative magic that happens in creative industries. Do designers really understand their market audience? Not always. It's a bit of a, try and test. But while they say they might have customer insights, it's really not a science, and the data really brings it to more of a science.
Yep.
And of course, underlying that, you've got things that can be automated to give you what your likely customer profiles look like. We, of course, as a university, people don't like to see universities as a business, but we are a business. We live and die by the students we receive, which brings income and revenue. We have to understand our own customers as well. But universities are they're public institutions. Our customers are not just our students, they're also industry.
Yep.
They're also government. We serve the government to some degree. We get paid by them to some degree. Alumni are part of our customers.
Yep.
So we have many, many types of customers, but obviously we are constantly striving to understand what our future students need and want. And not just in terms of what courses they want to do, but the kind of experiences they want. The thing with the Adobe Experience Cloud is really about understanding student experiences. And it's, of course, we've heard today student expectations or customer expectations changing rapidly. It's the same in higher education. Mm-hmm. They expect almost a seamless digital experience alongside their physical experience.
Yep. They
expect some courses to be delivered on campus, some courses to be delivered online, and some in between that are blended. Sometimes they want them intensive mode, sometimes they want them stretched out. And you get into a pickle trying to answer to all of those different modalities and to all their wishes. So it's a real challenge even for us.
Yeah. So we are counting down. I really wanted to talk to you a little bit about the Design Factory, though. Can you quickly explain that to us?
So Design Factory, there are 11 design factories in the world. Swinburne is the only one in Australia. It started in Aalto University in Finland. We were the third design factory of now 11. It's really mixing different students together at the postgrad area from science, from design, from IT, from marketing, business, wherever. Put them together, pair them up with an industry client to work on a problem. And we take them through a design thinking journey to develop solutions for that industry client. So it's really an industry engagement vehicle.
Sounds great.
But it's really dealing with ambiguity again and dealing with students working across the boundaries and working in an interdisciplinary team.
Making them very transferable.
Yeah.
Fantastic. And how can the people in the room help you?
Well, like most people, you're looking for talent. We have a pipeline of students working on the Adobe Marketing Cloud. We have a postgraduate course starting next year. We have some short courses starting next month. We know there is a short supply of talent. So if you are looking for placement, students to place in your organizations for 6 or 12 months, if you want to do internships or you want to do sponsored projects with us, we'd be happy to reach out.
Fantastic. I look forward to working with you more on that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Thank you very much, Scott.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone.